What's up, my friend? How are you? This is Dan McDonald. Of course, you know that. I'm the Life Regenerator here. I just got back from a walk. I was inspired to make a video because I'm back in it to win it. Had some persimmons today, had a salad, and about to have some watermelon for dinner. Watch a movie. I got a bunch of watermelons, put some lemon over the top. It's one of my favorite meals of all time. And I just wanted to send out massive amounts of gratitude for all the letters of support that I've received. I don't think they've ever seen anything like it. You know, like every day a stack of mail like that. I'm not kidding. I literally am going to need to get another job so that I can afford a new vehicle to tote all this stuff around. Great books. I'm excited to read. Poetry books, the Book of Mormon, the Bible, all of which I have had a chance to look through a little bit and get some inspiration. Some other great books, Adishanti. There was another book by James Allen. Whoever sent the James Allen book, that one changed my life. Of course, now 10 million people are going to say, what book is that? If you really want to change your consciousness. In fact, I have to be honest with you, of all the books I've read, spiritual books in my life, The Way of Peace here by James Allen is one of the most profound pieces of literature that I've ever experienced. I wish that it would never have ended. I tried to spread this thing out as long as I could. I would force myself to stop so that I could read this right before going to bed. You know, amazing stuff. Yes. To know that love is universal, supreme, all-sufficing. To be freed from the trammels of evil. To be quit of the inward unrest. Inward unrest. That's what I experienced here. And that's what I hope to continue to cultivate, more inward peace. Okay? To know that all men are striving to realize the truth, each in his own way. To be satisfied, sorrowless, serene. This is peace. This is gladness. This is immortality. This is divinity. This is the realization of selfless love. Amen. James Allen, The Way of Peace. Probably a $2 book or something. It's thin. Anyways, that was very random, but gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Thank you. I want to let you all know that I learned a lot on this last 14-day water fast. I'm already on the schedule to do another one. A lot of people do not understand fasting unless you've tried it and seen what it can do for your body. What I realized was one thing, is that my body is a machine. My body is really, really healthy. And now, the next time that I come in to do a water fast, it will be for the healing of the mind. Because I had some stiff joints from just years of bodybuilding. The bike ride was, you know, took a little bit of oomph. I used to squat 350 for reps. You know, I'm a toothpick. I mean, it's amazing my joints held up the way they did. And then too many nuts and too many metabolic wastes get stored in the joints. The body loves to store stuff in the joints, on the butt. Certain areas get hit worse depending upon your constitutional weaknesses. And arthritis type symptoms has run in my family in the past. So I'm eliminating all that. I would say my joints are operating at about 80%. Before they were more like 50, you know, and just because I really beat up this skinny little body over the years. So my knee is way better. It's a miracle. So what happened is, the last time I water fasted for 7 days, which was about 9 months ago, I got halfway through a healing crisis in this knee. Well, then I went for the whole year and the whole bike ride with this knee halfway healed. I could sit in full lotus position. And then I did a water fast, and the inflammation began to loosen up. Well, then it was halfway healed for like 9 months until I came back in here. And now that I did this 14-day water fast, my knees, this one right here especially, but both of them, I can sit back on the floor, sit in a meditation posture for an hour. So that's very exciting. And even if that was the only thing that I got out of the fast, that would have been worth it. But it's not, because it showed me how much more work that I can do on my own awareness, self-acceptance, quieting the mind. The mind is really where I'm working now. Many of you are more, your mind is calm and serene and you've just got like body issues. Many of us have mind issues. Many of us have issues with emotions in the heart. We've all got a different path, and we're all, like the book said, trying to find the truth in our own way. That's why I'm going to continue to be, you know, encouraging to everyone and try to keep my mind as open as possible and never give a one-way answer for everyone kind of an attitude, but a gentle nurturance towards the light, really, if you will, because I think that's the light that will heal us. So I'm sorry that the videos have been a little bit boring. I used to be a lot more jovial, you know, and I still am that deep down inside, there's no doubt about that, but this is, you know, I'd like to be more responsible for like deeper levels of healing for people that, you know, I mean, the raw foods is good for everybody, you know, but I've learned today, I was on a panel with a bunch of other raw food educators, mostly chefs really, and I was the lone wolf, you know. I kind of felt bad because I'm so into the simple stuff like watermelon and like regenerating and healing and alkalizing and flushing and energizing and just really becoming illuminated. And you know, I think that of course there's a place for the gourmet raw, but you know, I'm just not there right now. I'm more of a tissue regenerator and an alkalinizer and a person who wants to help people become illuminated, you know. And so I feel like, anyways, I got kind of beat up on the call today. I was like, wow, I'm like the black sheep here, you know what I'm saying? But I had to be humbled, you know what I'm saying? Because then I realized that a lot of people have their own different raw food ways, you know what I'm saying? But I got mine, and it's like as clean as you can eat. Because mastering the senses is where it's at. Because in my experience, if you give the senses an inch, they're going to want to take a mile. If you think, oh, I'll just eat that one cookie, yeah, right. You end up eating half the box, and you know it, and then guess what? The next day, you do it. Again, I was talking to this dude tonight. I was like, yeah, I just don't even try to give the ego an inch. You know what I'm saying? I don't even try to like click on some kind of like porn or something. Like if I see a picture of the girl with the thing, you know, dinka, 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 I don't even go there. Why? Because that one will click to another, will click to another. Next thing you know, you're on a porn site. Just from this little thumbnail that had some girl's big boobs in your face. So forget about all that. So I don't even go there, you know what I'm saying, because I've already seen so many times. Same thing with food. So here you go, it's like, check it out. If you know, give the ego an inch and say, oh, I'm just going to have this cashew coconut cheesecake tonight. Yeah, right, you're going to have it again tomorrow. Why? Because every decision that you make, you're infinitely more likely to make that decision again every time you make it. So I'm trying to make those good choices. I can see myself doing this. I don't see myself as a fruitarian, you know, grandmaster raw food is my whole life. Later on, you chill out, you bake up a yam, steam up some vegetables. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of flack, these guys over at 80-10-10, bananas a day. They were like, once I found out that Dan wasn't going to be, you know, a low-fat raw vegan the rest of his life, I unsubscribed to his channel. You know, I mean, the bizarre stuff I see. It's entertaining as hell. I want everyone to like me, and I got to let that go. What I want to really learn how to do is just to be myself. And you know, I'm still Mr., you know, cushy, trying to please everyone. And that's cool, you know, it's gotten me pretty good. But I'm not trying to cause no conflict, I'm just trying to speak the highest truth. But I'm very humble too, because man, I'm telling you right now, the truth goes on and on and on and on. I mean, there's no even describing it. But, you know, I'm more of a communicator type, and I use words and stuff to describe that which cannot be described. But the experiences here in the water fast have been profound. I'm excited for the next one. I'm excited to do it again. I talked to the doctor today, and I said, let's move it up sooner, you know, because I have my own free schedule. You know, I got my kids. I'm going to go see them, and that's it, and spend as much time as I can with them. But my schedule's free. I got 2012 to regenerate Dan. We're regenerating this brain, and I'll hopefully share with you what I need to do. But I need to kind of quiet the mind down. Not right now while I'm making a video, because I'll just keep on rapping. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I talked to the doctor, and he was like, no, you better rebuild for a while. So I'm going to rebuild on the fruits, the green juices, maybe small amounts of nuts and seeds when I'm up in Seattle. I'll be chilling with my girls, and we're going to do a detox with them. We'll see if they want to get on camera and do that. But I need to go up there and get them cleaned out. They're both stuffed up, and you know, I just need to be there more. So I really don't want to live in Seattle. What I'd really like to do is move down to California. So if anybody has some property for sale, let me know. I'm going to plant some fruit trees, and I'm going to plant some herbs, and I'm going to take my shoes off, and then I'm going to be able to wake up in the morning at 4 or 5 a.m. and meditate. Then I'm going to be able to go out barefoot on my land and build up my fruit trees and be a fruitarian, herbivore, green juice regenerator, and have like 8 or 12 people come for retreats and stuff like that, so I can teach them like the deepest ways. Because you know, a lot of times on this channel, we're also, you know, even anywhere you go, they're not really operating at that place where you could create that health that's just like out of sight, dude. Like your mind is on fire with the crown of the glory of the knowledge of yourself. Your heart is expanded wide open, and you can't, like, one of my biggest problems is the inability to stop helping people. I just cannot stop helping people through the emails and the videos and stuff. Like this morning, you saw the videos. I just woke up, I look like crap. I don't even care anymore. I mean, I do care, but it's like I also, you know, I just make the video because the dude's on the phone. It's time to do it. Click the button and just see if we can get some good information that'll help some people. And then sometimes I cry like a baby, and other times I'm stoked. Right now I'm stoked. I mean, I got so much out of this water fast. I haven't felt this good physically in years. I mean, unbelievable. The energy that I have and stuff, and I'm still not even back to full power, but I've always had a really good heart, great blood vessels, my kidneys are operating at a way better level, so that my adrenal function is way higher, the gallbladder got a rest, not completely flushed, probably really only 1/3 of the way there, dandelion juice, here I come. I'm going to rest up my liver. That's going to help me to move some energy through the body as well, and I've still got some things up in my head that I think may have been caused by long-term methamphetamine use. And so I'm going to try to, I mean, that's just, you have these visions and you keep going and going. And I think there might be some scarring tissue, so it's not going to be one of those things where you can just carb up. You know what I'm saying? You have to actually cleanse, detox, heal, and totally regenerate every single cell in your body. So if you want to join me for the rest of this journey, I encourage you to come on along. I know there's going to be some ups and downs. Sometimes the channel gets a little boring when I'm just laying here and I've got no carbs. Other times I'm carved up in persimmons and I can talk a mile a minute right in your face and you love it. You don't know where I'm going to go next. And I could talk all night, because the fact is that there are so many of my friends out there that I love so much. I love you to life. And so many wonderful people who I trust, who many of you I'll never get to meet. You know what I'm saying? But we have done this thing together. You have made me a better person. And I hope that in some way I have helped you. And I'm only getting started. I literally feel like, honestly, that this fast here was just finally, after 11 years of preparatory work, I think that a 14-day water fast just started to begin my process of healing, because I saw the results with the joints, with what's going on with my energy field right now, but I'm not completely satisfied. So in a certain way, when you break a fast, you're a little bit depressed, because you're like, food kind of sucks, because it kind of like kills you. But food is also really cool, because it also keeps you alive. So it's kind of a double-edged sword thingy, and so getting the food thing handled is something that's important to me. I know a lot of people, the interesting thing about the carving up, I love to carve up, and I love to be very active, and I've been definitely in that phase of life before, but now I want to move on to a higher level. It's sort of about mastering the senses, and food is kind of my last drug, you know what I'm saying? And it, you know, I mean, even though I'm like 98% raw, you know what I'm saying, like maybe once a month I'll throw some red kidney beans on a salad for some weird reason, or I'll have to eat some corn out in the middle of the desert when there's nothing else to eat, or Welch's grape juice on the bike ride or whatever, little tiny weird things like that. But for the most part, man, I'm looking for the food that's bioactive. I want that electrical energy, and I notice that not a lot of the health educators, it's sort of a more expanded level of consciousness to see the vibration of the food and to understand how those foods affect the vibrations of the mind, and how those also, that bioluminescent energy which is in the fruits and the herbs, affects cell function. It's just at the level of, you know, quarks, man, like they don't even have microscopes for that kind of stuff yet. You have to just have it right here on your third eye. It's an awareness of, and your third eye is not devil worship either. It's just common sense. It's a pituitary gland and a pineal gland that's firing real good through meditation and you know, focus. You can see the luminescent energy around trees, a little squirrel. You can see the little squirrel's aura if you are, awakened. So if that weirds anybody out, I apologize. But, to me, it's just the way it is. It's been that way for quite some time. Basically, the raw foods has really woke me up. But it also wakes you up to the fact that there are so many more levels to go that it's insane. And I have mentors that are powerful, like Robert Morris, ate oranges for 6 months. Imagine the dude was having out-of-body experiences every day. I've talked to Lou Corona. You should hear about some of the things that he's experienced, man. The visions that you get. So I'm not here to really I just want to get a nice little body or whatever, lose some weight. My body is in really, really good shape. I would say it's only about maybe operating about 80%. But once I get the liver really done up, it takes a little bit to get that liver. Couple of water fasts and juicing. You got to keep working this thing. You can't just think you're going to get it overnight. I'm telling you, that's why I'm in it to win it for the long haul. And even when I'm totally done with this raw food thing, which I will arrive at a place where I'm totally satisfied, I'm using this as a tool, as a pathward inward. There are many paths inward. There's the meditation path, which I use that as well. There's this food path as well, which is a way of self-discovery. But it's also beautiful because you can enhance the function of your cells just in terms of, following the laws of nature. Nature is awesome. And I went to the trees, we had the persimmons on there, and I ate those babies, and it's a vibrational, foundational. When I'm standing up there on this person's little ledge, and I'm plucking these things, and I'm eating these persimmons after a 14-day water fast, I'm telling you, man, they go right to your dome, and they make it on fire because it's so natural and real. That was so natural and so real to eat those persimmons like that it just really lifted me up. This fast has been extremely beneficial. If I let anybody down, because I'm not a marathon faster, I'm not a sprinting faster. I'm not trying to get this done tomorrow. I'm in this for the long haul, and I believe that I have had to learn the wise track, which is to be in this for the long haul, the marathon, the long term, step by step. I'm going for the complete regeneration. Now, most people, if they were as healthy as me, they wouldn't even think anything of it. They would never even think that they need to get any healthier. You know what I'm saying? But once you become supersonic aware indigo child, which I don't really subscribe to that too much, but when you're super duper aware, which is what I've always been, just because of the nature of all the experiences that I've had in this life and the ones that preceded it, bam, here I am, total awareness. You might as well get out all the inflammation. You might as well get out all the obstructions on the emotional level. Of course, the physical level was easy. We saw on this fast right here that this physical organism is in good shape because it only takes yesterday on juice, and I had energy instantly. I had more flexibility, more power, more strength, more focus doing yoga last night than I have had in years, ever. Okay? And then today off refeeding, only one day. Most people after a 14-day water fast and only a second day of refeeding, they are not energized, dude. I probably walked 10 miles today. You know what I'm saying? And did yoga and could do anything, pull-ups, push-ups, stretching. I was just I'm on fire. So it's a really good body that I have. So I'm stoked about that. I'm going to keep on energizing that body, but what I did learn is that the work for Dan McDonald, the life regenerator, is going to be in the mind, making peace with the mind. Whatever it was, I'm about to flush all that childhood stuff down the toilet. I don't need it anymore. What I need right now is to stay focused on the light. I need to read books like this over and over again, baby, to remind me what it's all about. And another book like this, Love Without Conditions, Paul Farini. What's up, gangsters? Paul Farini, Love Without Conditions. This is my boy right here. You know what I'm saying? Bliss Divine, Sivananda. No, this is not devil worship. All these books are men that have experiences, subjective experiences of divine realization. And I just love the different types of styles. Everyone has one, but there's only one God. And if you're an atheist, that's cool too, I'm not trying to push no religion on nobody. Now, the laws of nature, they apply to the human beings as well. But the divine laws, when you can begin to apply the divine laws by cultivating virtues, yes, my friends, cultivating virtues, that's my trip. I want to cultivate those virtues. Patience, compassion, love, humility would be really cool. You know, and then eventually, hopefully in this lifetime or the next one, to be able to transcend the ego, which causes a lot of issues, which is, the ego is like a, you know, it's just a series of constructs, perceptions, which I would like to rise above. I don't want to think that I know what you need in your life, or what you are doing wrong, or what you could do better. How do I know what your experience is supposed to be if you included all the facts known by the infinite field? You know, then you would be able to make an assertion. But right now, what you can do with your own self, which what I intend to do is to be kind to everyone and give more patience. You know, I think I'm not going to say I have a long way to go, or that I'm not going to say I'm good at it or not good at it. I'm just going to say that I'm going to continue to cultivate those qualities. I think I said in this morning's video, the minute you think you've arrived at the truth, you better be careful, because your downfall is surely right around the corner. And so I'm going to continue to open my heart. Like for me, you know, at the risk of, you know, offending anyone, for me, my desire is to love God perfectly. Because if I did that, then I would love myself perfectly, because I am part of that totality. And so are you. And so even if I had enemies and they were attacking me, I would be able to see that they were attacking me for some reason. And it probably isn't, you know, it probably isn't personal. So I'm trying to, this YouTube thing has taught me to continually work at seeing everything as non-personal. It isn't that easy, believe me. I wish I was a lot better at it. But it strengthens me. Sometimes I want to just throw that camera off a bridge, but that's not that'd be running away. I cannot run away. I cannot just stop this YouTube channel. I've wanted to do that many times because it hurts. It takes a lot of work, and you know, and you're always dealing. If I really do need a break, I do shut the camera off for 3 or 4 days, because I need to get into myself and do some healing work from all of the constant barrage of other people's stuff coming at me. I mean, it's crazy, you know, like if people, they make comments about fasting and they're like, you're doing this, you're skinny, you have an eating disorder. I don't understand fasting. Well, then why did you comment on it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and so I got to learn how to not take any of that personally, you know what I mean? Because I do understand fasting, and I really, really enjoy it. And it really is one of the greatest blessings. And it relieves a lot of suffering, but it's not usually like a one-time 21-day thing. You know, you should hear how much fasting Lou Corona had to do to get rid of a brain tumor. But he did it, and now look at him. You know, he's a real champ. And I'm going to practice some more of the things that he shared with me, and I'll share those with you, you know, as I go down this road, because I want to learn to master my senses. And fasting was awesome, but I will end it with this, my friends, is that I spent 13 days distracting myself. Okay? I will be honest, I spent 13 days distracting myself. With some meditation, don't get me wrong, I spent some time here on this bed going back and forth, quite uncomfortable. But I realized that I did movies and I kept working basically, and that's not the greatest thing to do, you know, but basically I just wanted to get as far as I could in any way that I could for a physiological rest, and that did work, and the joints got well. So I got some results, okay? But I know I could do better next time by just laying here and really, really trying to be with myself. You know, I guess it can be really, truly hard to really be with yourself, with no distractions, no TV, no books, no phone, no nothing. Just you, basically. Like, it's easy to meditate for 30 minutes or an hour. That's easy, you know what I mean? Try meditating for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours where you're just stuck there with yourself because you're too damn weak to move. So that's a whole nother thing. So, you know, next time I'm going to come in with a new, better, stronger attitude. And I just love that. I love to grow, and I love to change. And I hope I continue to grow in all these different areas. And I hope I can continue to inspire you. The fruits and vegetables is where it's at, clean eating. I mean, it depends. Do you want to have radiant cell function? Do you want to have, because the blood, the nerve, and the lymph, as you all know, that's where the spirit flows, baby. So if you want to have like a good spirituality and a good life, if you want to have a vibe, if you want to be vibing, like Do you want to walk into a room and have like cashew lymph? Or do you want to walk into a room and have like grape juice lymph? A big difference, my friends, because the cashew is cool, but the blood trying to get to the capillaries in the end of your face are going to be kind of clogged up, dude. So, you know, people need the transition to the gourmet, but if you really want to become a true raw foodist and really take this thing to its end until you're satisfied, you know, with your health concerns and your beauty concerns and your radiant concerns as far as being like a radiant spiritual being, you're going to work that blood, nerve, and lymph. And you're going to simplify those foods, and you're going to eat a lot of the really clean foods. Grapes, epic. Watermelon with lemon, epic. Persimmons, lemons to just pull that stuff out of you. Then the kale, you know what I'm saying? And like bananas to build up. Soaked almonds, you know what I'm saying? Soaked sunflower seeds to build up. But the radiant energy is going to come from that fruit. And then that softness, that groundedness is going to come from those herbs. And I'll say this message a million more times before I'm done. I love the fruits and the vegetables. They've made an amazing changes in my life. It's really given me something to ground me out. It's given me something to focus on, you know what I mean? And yeah, we can get a little obsessed about our food. But I'm an extremist. And, you know, a lot of times, even today in this little phone conversation thing, they were like, you know, blah, 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 we don't believe in extreme. Well, I do. Why do I believe in going on the extreme, clean, high vibrational raw food diet? Well, because I want to be extremely healthy. And I want to be extremely beautiful. And I want to be extremely able to serve people with a lot of energy. And I want to be extremely abundant and live a state of extreme gratitude and extreme devotion to the One, which means you. So I am an extremist. And I have no issue, socially or otherwise, with eating a pure fruit and green juice diet and salads and smoothies and, you know, nuts and seeds and stuff too. And the gourmet is awesome, don't get me wrong. But I, myself, some of the teachers today on this phone thing, there was about 8 of us or something. And, you know, they had a lot of social issues. I've never had one social issue. Why? Because if my family, I'm down there and I'm visiting my family or whatever, when I was a raw foodist, I would make my family chicken stir fry. I don't care. I'll make it because I'm the chef in the family. And it was never nothing. And I don't care. I'll order a salad. I never had one social issue with raw foods. I didn't let it become an issue. I'm in it to win it. I'm that type of dude. Like, this is my thing. And, you know, I know a lot of you have families and stuff, but you work around all that stuff and you just keep on with the fruits and veg and the energization. A lot of you are going to really take this far, and you're gaining a lot from these videos and how I live. And then some people are just going to, you know, make a little juice here and there and not going to take it to the top, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully you get something, some type of inspiration. The thing is being kind. And then I think the message, you know, will have a little bit of what we would call spiritual twist in that, you know, accepting ourselves and loving each other and those types of things which are more important, which is just accepting all of it. And I think awareness is our greatest tool. So I'm going to continue to cultivate awareness myself and be there with those things that are uncomfortable, not try to judge them or change them or run from them. And I'm not going to promise myself miracles, but I'm just going to continually cultivate the divinity, cultivate those divine thoughts. And then I'm going to continue to make videos and share with you. So I will try to bring some recipes to you, and I will try to bring some adventure videos as well. And when I do this next fast, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, maybe I will post it. Maybe it'll be my job to post the next one. But anyways, thank you so much, my friends, for everything that you've done for me as far as writing letters of support and the awesome books that I will read. And thank you so much for subscribing to these videos. And then just thank you for doing your absolute best to take care of yourself. Because deep down inside, is a golden light, and we are all equal in that light. And it's the light that we really want to connect with and be there with and find that peace. Thank you. I appreciate you. Peace be with you and your family.